These are various gourmet delicacies from the 3 realms and 8 wastelands, compiled and summarized by the well-traveled elders of our sect. Fortunately, the purple-scaled demon king in the upper realm is a gourmet. He made the greatest contribution to this compilation. While other dragons love collecting treasures, I alone love food the most. I've practically eaten my way through the entire upper realm. I'm honored with the title, The Naked Gourmet. And I authored the culinary masterpiece. How can one appreciate fine cuisine while constrained by clothes? And I was even selected 10 times in a row by Glutton magazine as the gentleman who balances fitness and food. Just how proud is this guy of not wearing clothes? Your opponent's cooking can even trigger celestial phenomena. Your current skills still fall quite short in comparison. But don't worry, according to the sect leader description, the phenomenon he triggered is unstable. Didu, you still have a fair chance. Next, I'll guide you in refining your dishes. Every chef should have a specialty, whether it's knife work, heat control, battering, or even plating. Didu, you need to identify your strongest trait. Time is short. We have to sharpen your strengths, so you can strike their weaknesses with your expertise. My strongest area. Didu, are you ready to satisfy my picky stomach, that stays picky even after being clothed? I'm ready. In terms of culinary skills, I can't offer Dudu much more help. From here on, I'll have to take a different path to improve her cooking. However, Dudu prepares meals for the entire sect every day, gaining experience with each dish. Sect Leader, we just received news. Palace Master Shi has been invited to a sect in southern Wasteland province called the 9 Poison Palace. 9 Poison Palace? A 4th-rate sect. Not very powerful, but their poison techniques are unmatched in Starfall. Palace Master Shi accepted the invitation because the former senior sister of the Manhwa sect defected years ago and joined the 9 Poison Palace. That senior sister took good care of Palace Master Shi back then, so she accepted the invitation. Then let's wait for Palace Master Shi to return. Perhaps the Soul Clan's suspicions are just my imagination. But it's been 3 months since the banquet, and there's been no word from Palace Master Shi. Moreover, large wasteland zones have appeared near 9 Poison Palace, where all plants and animals have dried up like mummies. You should have reported something like this right at the start. Quick, switch scenes. After hearing that information from him, he decided to go there. Southern Wastelands, Poison Miasma Forest. As they ventured deeper into the forest, beasts began charging at them one after another, showing no regard for their lives. This place is truly strange. Unlike elsewhere, here the stronger a beast's cultivation, the smaller its size becomes. A dignified martial grandmaster, level ferocious beast, yet it's actually this small? Not only that, but these snakes, insects, rats, and ants seem to have increased only in cultivation, no boost in intelligence. Even after I released my martial saint aura, they still charged in recklessly, unafraid of death. Elder Wei, didn't you say you're familiar with this area? That's why I brought you along as a guide. Why does it feel like you don't understand these beasts' behavior at all? Back then, the people I traveled with had a divine artifact that repelled insects. Elder Wei, you said you never dated in the southern wasteland province. That's why I brought you here. We're risking our lives fighting the Soul Clan, and you're out here flirting. That was probably just a one-sided crush on my part. When I left, she was already married. She probably doesn't harbor any ill will toward us. Elder Wei, then please rein in your maxed-out charisma stat. If you accidentally anger her husband, it'll be hard to smooth things over. After all, our all-time sect has always held the moral high ground, but when it comes to you, I'm not so sure. Jiangxia, we've only traced the 9 Poison Palace to somewhere deep within this poison miasma forest, but we don't know the exact location. As a being of elemental form, try scouting the area. As the sect leader instructed Jiangxia to search for the 9 Poison Palace within the forest, he activated his elemental physique and spread his spiritual energy in all directions. With full focus, he observed the flow of his energy through the forest, scanning the area with his eyes. Elder Wei, now that Jiangxia can hear us, tell me, What kind of woman could make you fall in love from afar? Back then, I had just entered the martial world. I accidentally got poisoned and passed out in the poison miasma forest. She saved me. She said she was just a little maid from Nine Poison Palace. That sect rarely interacts with outsiders. At the time, I was only placed in their outer court. They have iron rules, no marrying outsiders. So we never had a chance from the start. She treated me like a younger brother, detoxifying me, helping me recover. Gradually, her every smile and frown was etched into my mind. I knew I shouldn't, but my affection for her grew like wild grass. One day, she suddenly came to me. She said she couldn't come to see me at the outer court anymore because she was getting married. Outsiders aren't allowed in Nine Poison Palace, so she smiled and said she would give me a private toast with her wedding wine. I don't know if it was the wine being too strong, or just my own wishful thinking, but in my memory at that moment, there was a tear in the corner of her eye. Inside Nine Poison Palace. Reporting to the palace master. The golden silkworm left behind by the former palace master. It's glowing. Wei Qingfeng. Wei Qingfeng, so you've finally come.